So, he said step out the vehicle.
Yeah, he did.
He seriously said step out the vehicle.
Yeah, he did. Walking up with the flashlight.
I got mine ready to go.
See this, people? For what?
How you doing?
Can I help you?
Yeah, can you talk? Put the window down.
I don't need to put the window down.
I can't hear you.
Well, you don't have no reason to be talking to us either.
I want to make sure nobody is sneaking up on me.
Oh, who snuck up on you?
Okay, I was going to make sure I'm safe. This could be a very hostile, dangerous situation.
Oh, you're making it hostile in a situation. We pulled into a parking lot, so go back and do your job. What are you?
I am doing my job, make sure it's safe.
Oh, okay, Corporal. Turn around, walk away, and do the right thing.
I'll just make sure it's safe.
Turn around, walk away. Turn around, walk. I don't want to hear no directives. Turn
I'm
around.
not giving you no directive.
I don't need you to be talking to me. We are having our private conversation. I do not need you here.
This is private property.
And do you own this property?
I work for this property.
You work for this property?
Yes.
Let me see the warrant. If you don't have that, go away. Goodbye.
City Police, Boulder speaking.
Hello, is this the Baton Rouge Police Department?
Correct.
Yes, I'm trying to get the name and badge number of a particular officer.
Okay, I'll give you to our personnel division at 389-3132.
Are they open right now?
You know what? I'm not sure for Labor Day. Let me transfer you. 1 second.
All right.
The line is busy, but a secondary number you can call is 389-3802 for Chief's office.
For the chief's office.
Yes, and if they're not open today, then it'll be tomorrow.
All right, is there like a on-duty supervisor or lieutenant or something like that that I can speak to?
You can call 389-3866 and ask to speak with a supervisor.
So this number that I'm calling right now is for what exactly is this? Like
This is where we dispatch from if you need an officer sent out to you.
Oh, okay, okay. I'm sorry, can you give me that last number you just said one more time?
389-3866.
And that's for the
First District.
patrol. You said First District?
Yes, and you can ask for a supervisor at that number.
Okay. And how many districts does the Baton Rouge Police Department have?
We have 5 districts, but only one desk officer working on today. So.
And that's I'm sorry, go ahead.
And that's that 389-3866 number.
And that's the First District?
Yes.
Okay. And you're a dispatcher?
I'm a dispatcher, yes.
Okay. Thanks for your service, and I'll call that number.
All righty. Bye.
All right. Have a good day. Hello?
First District.
Yes. Is a shift supervisor available to speak to?
Depends on what the circumstances are.
Well, it involves an incident I want to discuss that involved a Baton Rouge Police Department officer, and I just want to speak to some sort of supervisor about an incident.
Okay. You know what the officer's name is?
No, that's what I'm trying to do research on as well.
Okay. You know what area it is so I can narrow down what supervisor to provide you with for what district?
I'm working on getting that information as well. Sorry, I don't have the answers for you. But I can give you this information, is that it was he had 2 stripes. I assume that means corporal. And he was a light-skinned black man. And first and foremost, one of the reasons I'm calling is because he unholstered his weapon, his pistol. And I just wanted to communicate with the police department about that because I'm not sure if that was proper, and even if it was, I just wanted to know if there's any type of documentation that happens after the police officer unholsters his weapon.
Yes, sir. Normal situations, depending on what the incident that happened, officers are allowed to unholster their weapon, as well as there is a use of force form that is filled out that's attached to the police report.
Right, and that's one of the reasons I'm calling is because I don't believe any police report was filed. That's one of the things I want to research as well. Is if a police officer or if some sort of document was supposed to be filed, and if not, why it didn't get filed. I don't think any documentation was taken by this officer.
Okay. Well, yeah, no information needs to be taken for that. The officer just needs to put that he unholstered his weapon.
Right. No. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Simple as that. So that's what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to narrow down who this officer was and if he did do that documentation, just that simple documentation that he did unholster his weapon, and also just the fact that this officer approached obviously what he believed was possible criminal activity afoot, and then if he did, maybe he put in writing or was supposed to put in writing what his reasons were for approaching a particular individual or vehicle and unholstering his weapon and shining his flashlight and all that.
Okay, I mean that sounds like a typical police encounter, but where did this occur at, sir?
Yeah, and I'm sorry, I probably sound like a crazy guy, but I'm going to have to get back to you on that, the exact location. I'm going to have to narrow that down.
I'm guessing this incident happened to someone else?
Yeah, it did. And
well, unfortunately, I can't really provide you with any information if it didn't actually occur to you, sir.
Well, the thing is that this individual, I'm trying to kind of act like a liaison just because I don't believe this individual, realizes that what happened was a Fourth Amendment seizure. And so I just wanted to kind of assist them with the communication aspect of it because not all people are very familiar, with the legal aspects of things. And so I just wanted to assist this individual with the communication of that aspect of it. That's all I'm trying to do. And I know that your chief has tried to dedicate the police department to community policing, and I think that this falls right in line with that, is that if someone needs assistance with communicating an issue and they don't have the ability to do so, then someone like me should be able to step in and assist with that, if that would make things more helpful.
Right. I mean, I understand where you're coming from. Are you a lawyer or a parental guardian of that person?
No, this is a full-grown adult. It was actually two adults, and I'm not a lawyer. I'm just an average person. But I do know that the Fourth Amendment was triggered by this incident and that the weapon was unholstered. And I just want to make sure that
Fourth Amendment of searching someone? Was their house or car searched?
No, but it was clear and obvious that they were seized. There was, the verbal commands were given to exit the vehicle. The weapon was unholstered. The police officer approached the vehicle. It was definitely a Terry versus Ohio seizure. It wasn't very long, but it was a seizure.
Okay, that sounds like the officer obeyed everything under the color of the law, sir. If you want a supervisor, I can get a supervisor, but I don't think you're going to get a timely response on that one, sir, because I'm not hearing anything that's not law upholding.
No, and I don't mean to come across as adversarial. I'm not necessarily saying that this officer even did anything wrong.
Okay,
all I'm trying
I gotcha.
Yeah, I'm not making a complaint. I'm just establishing facts, and I'm just establishing who this officer was, and that he filed any documentation that he was required to after this incident did occur. I'm not saying that the officer did anything, against policy or law.
I got you. And I'm not trying to grill you with questions here. I'm just trying to make sure I get you with the right supervisor for that, either that person's supervisor, so they can explain that person's actions because they had a conversation with that supervisor, or if it was something that was unlawful, I was going to get you in contact with our internal affairs division to where you can make the report to them. That's why I'm asking you this line of questions. But I would need where this occurred. That way I can know what supervisors to provide you with, District 4, District 1, or 2nd District. I do have a supervisor here. It's a lieutenant. It's not actually a sergeant, so he wouldn't know he wouldn't have any bearing on the conversation that you're trying to have.
Okay, I appreciate that. Before we go any further, I assume you're a sworn officer?
Yes, sir.
Okay, would you mind if I got your name and badge number?
My badge number is 10813.
10813?
Mm-hmm.
Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and what is your name?
Moore, M-O-R-E.
Officer Moore, okay. And that's like a patrol officer. I'm just making it clear what your rank is.
Yes, sir. I'm a patrol officer on the street. I've been tasked with working desk operations and answering the phone for today only.
Okay. Thanks for your service. So I know that you need additional information for us to proceed or for your supervisor to proceed. So, after this phone call, I'm going to be tracking down that information of the exact location and any other information I can provide you guys. But one other thing I just want to, because maybe I'm kind of a scatterbrained guy. Maybe I should have, given you some of this information at the beginning of this phone call. But just so you have a broad overview, this was an incident that happened recently, which I think in the last 24, 48 hours. It happened in a publicly accessible parking lot. And one of your officers apparently decided that maybe there was some criminal activity afoot. So he approached this parking lot where these two adults were sitting in a car, and then he gave them verbal commands, which they did not obey, which obviously that could be a crime, but he didn't follow that route or anything. But anyway, they didn't get out of the car, so then he approached the vehicle, and he had his flashlight and his weapon unholstered. He asked a couple questions, and eventually he left. So like I said, the incident wasn't very long, but that's like a broad summary of what happened.
Correct. For any situation that occurs where an officer feels unsafe and is tasked with having to approach a vehicle, the weapon shall be unholstered for protection purposes only. Once they approach and the officer deems that the situation is safe, the weapon is to be reholstered. A line of questioning can mean, just finding out what's going on with the situation with the people. We could have been a stolen vehicle reported that matched the description of that vehicle. Could have been that he thought that they were ignoring his commands just so they can shoot back at him when he approached the vehicle. That has happened before, and we have lost officers in that manner.
Right. I'm not even trying to question any of
yeah, I understand. I'm just enlightening just a little bit. I wish I could help more because I could look up the file number and I could provide you with that information without a supervisor, but without any other information, all I could do is send it up the chain of command. If you can get that information or have them call back, the only thing that you will probably run into is another officer will most likely tell you that if you're not the victim, they can't provide you with any information dealing with that case because you're not listed on the file, and that's a civil rights violation because they can't provide you with that information. That would probably be the only thing that you run into later on by calling back, okay?
I understand. And again, this is not some adversarial situation where I'm out to get the police or anything like that. I'm just trying to document the incident, establish some facts, and just, communicate with the police department on this person's behalf, just so that, this incident is just recorded. That's all.
Yeah. I
I will be calling back. I don't know if you'll still be manning the phones when I call back, but what was the name of that supervisor you were mentioning? You said he was a lieutenant.
I have a lieutenant here. Lieutenant Fauntleroy is here. This is 1st District. He's the day shift lieutenant, and I can't provide him with this call unless directed by a supervisor.
You can or you cannot?
Cannot. I cannot ask my lieutenant to step in without talking to a sergeant first, and I don't have a sergeant available.
No, and that's fine if that's your procedure. Could I just at least leave you my contact information?
Sure.
Okay. My first name is Andre, Andrei. Middle initial is K, like Kevin. Last name is Lagergren, Lagergren, like Nancy. And my number is area code 915-781-4330.
All right. Now I'll leave that with the supervisor as soon as one's available for me, and I'll let him know that you have concerns dealing with an unlisted officer. And if you call back and one's available, I'll put you on with him.
Okay, yeah, and I will be calling back. And I just need to track down that that information that we have been discussing, like, you know, the location and the names of the people that were detained and all that. So I have some more work to do, but I just want to make this brief phone call just to get the ball rolling. That's all.
Okay.
All right, thank you, officer. Thanks for your time.